Hello again, everybody. I came home from work today, looked into the outworld of the Lasius niger, and there was only one of them in it. So I got it disconnected. I got the water test tube disconnected. I caught the one that was in the outworld and put it back into the nest through the little slidey trapdoor. There's none in there now. They're all in their formicarium in this box, which has now gone into the fridge at 13 degrees, so it's higher than 8. It's condensated it right up, so I can't even see into their nest anymore because I've put them in at the cold temperature, so it's pulled all the water out the air. I could see there was a little ball of them here in this corner, but that's only a small amount. But yeah, I'm really pleased to have got the Lasius niger, got them separated from their outworld, and yeah, they can be in the fridge at 13 for the next week, and then I'll put them down to 8 a week later. And I thought, well, let's catch the Lasius flavus while I'm about it. So I don't know if you remember me doing the formicarium video where I showed my plans for next year. Well, I've decided to use part of this to overwinter them with. I'm going to use the four-way connector and the water tower and connect that up to their current formicarium. So I've taken the outworld off and I've taken the formicarium off, and then I'm taking those connectors off that allow you to connect up and putting the solid connectors on the two sides. And this means when they come out of hibernation, they'll just be able to connect this straight up by just swapping these over for links with holes in the spring. But yeah, so what I've got here, I've got the four-way connector and the water tower and a hole on one side. And what I'll do now is I'll get the connection type that allows you to connect a pipe to it. You need to put a hole link in first, and then the one that you can connect the pipe to. And this is what I love. I love Wakushi because you can just play around with it like this. You can think, oh, let's use it this way or that way or whatever. You're not stuck into a set design. So yeah, then I got a little bit. Unfortunately, Wakushi uses a different diameter of pipe to Ant Kit, so I got a bit of Wakushi pipe here, whatever size his is, which is slightly larger. Stuff that in here, making the mistake yet again that I told everyone not to, which is put the pipe in before you connect it up, so I had to disconnect it. Yeah, put the pipe in there, connect that onto there, and then what I'll do now is I'll take the formicarium off the outworld and connect that into this pipe here. And there's air holes in the top of that four-way and that water tower, so that means I've got air getting in over winter, and they've got access to water, and I've got their outworld off. So yeah, here's the water test tube that just slots in. It works like a light fitting. It's on a bayonet socket, so you just slot it in through the holes and then twist it to lock it in place. So that gives them water for the winter. And then yeah, it's just the question of pulling the nest off the outworld and connecting it into this, which is they're Lasius flavus. They're so timid and they don't come charging out to explore. Oh yeah, always have a piece of cotton wool handy, and take the top off your outworld, so if you do have escapes you can pick them up, like I said, with a piece of cotton wool and just drop them back into the outworld, and then you're ready to sort of have somewhere to drop them into. So always have your outworld open when you're working like this. And this was absolutely no problem. I had none of them trying to come out. It was a bit stiff to get it off. I had to wiggle it around a bit. So I'm waving them around and they didn't mind. It didn't disturb them. And then pushed that smaller diameter tube inside the bigger Wakushi diameter tube, slid it along to get a nice firm fit. It was a little bit stiff, and I did have to do a bit of wiggling again here. But like I said, they're flavus. They're just so timid, and so they didn't care. I'm being really quite rough with them here. Well, not rough, but yeah. And then I just pushed it and slid the two together to get the pipes to go in as far. There was bits of sand coming out of it because they'd chucked sand into that bit of pipe that they've got connecting anyway. So when I disconnected it, bits of sand were dropping out. But yeah, just slid that in there, and there you go. That's what's going to go into the fridge for them for the winter. So they've got water, their formicarium's connected up, and it's nothing too big or too major, and I can clean that outworld out and get it redecorated for next year, etc. And there's none left in there. I had a quick look round, well, not a quick look round, I had a good look round. There's none left in there. So yeah, here are the Lasius flavus. As you can see, they're all in a big ball. Well, it's a small ball, but like I think last time I counted them, there were about 35 of them. And I did get a look. There is actually 2 pupa in there, so I'm just going to hold them off from the fridge, not for long. They might Sunday. I'll probably put them in at 13 degrees. And then I looked at Queen D as well, because obviously I'm going to put her in soon as well. She's still got at least 1 pupa there that they're carrying around. 9 workers now. There's 8 here around the queen. You'll get to count them in a second. You'll see 8. And there's 1 down the far end trying to dig through the cotton, which it's never going to manage. But yeah, so I'll probably put them in Sunday as well at 13 degrees, and then I'll give them all a week at 13 degrees. It's cool, but it's not down to the full 8 hibernation, just to get them fully, make sure they do their last little bits, and then that'll be it. So yeah, I'm not sure how many more videos I'm going to make after this. I'm going to be away basically for most of the winter. I'll try and make a couple of videos over winter, but we'll see.